Hey loves, okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyebrows. These little sad sperm eyebrows, how I make them bigger and fuller and just, you know, a little bit more Brooke Shields, because we could all use a little bit more Brooke Shields in our life, right? Right, okay, so I'm going to be showing you that. I do it differently than I have done in the past, so I just wanted to show you kind of how I do it and just like tricks that I use. And then I'm going to be doing an eye tutorial. I can't remember. I've had a few people ask, I've been doing lots of different eye looks lately, and I've had people ask like for tutorials of them, and I cannot remember like which ones they were, but I'm just going to show you a go-to one of mine that I really like. It can be used like for just like for fall, or it can be used for like the upcoming holiday seasons because it's a little bit sparkly. So it's a good just like kind of go-to eye look. And it looks good on a lot of people too, so that's also a plus. So I will just dive in and show you what I do. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start off with, I already have foundation on and bronzer and highlight and stuff, so I'm just going to basically just be showing you the eye look just to kind of get to the point. I start off with the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil, and I use a soft brown, so I use this to start off. I use two pencils, the soft brown and then whatever, I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm going to just start with this. I definitely recommend having a handheld mirror. It just makes things so much easier, and then also having a full-size mirror so you can look up close but at the same time look far away. So I just kind of comb through them, kind of comb them up, and then I am pretty much going to use this as my outline, if you would call it. I'm going to use like the shape that I want with this, and then kind of a little bit fill it in with the darker color. So I'm going to make this line more defined. By the way, it's also really nice if they're nice and sharp. It makes so much difference. I get lazy and then I don't sharpen them, and I try to do it and it's way more sloppy. So just a little something. And then what I'm going to do here is I am going to fill in this area so it's not like a little dip right here. So I'm going to fill this in, make it a little bit more straight, and that's so much better. And then also, I'm going to give myself a little bit more of an arch right here, kind of filling that in. Because I think they kind of go down like too quickly, like, whoa, hang on there, we like need a little bit more extended here. So I kind of like to extend them a little bit. And if I mess up a little bit with a soft brown, it's no big deal. It's like, I don't know, I go back in and kind of fill them in with the darker color. That's why I like using this. This is almost like a trial run. Like if you mess up, it's no big deal. And then just kind of go back in, perfect it here until I'm satisfied with the overall shape, and then extend my tail, of course, so it goes nice and down. And then for the like main part, I guess you would call it, right here, I just kind of flick it upwards. Kind of just get that hair. I leave my hairs long. I do not trim them. I don't know. I think it makes my eyebrows just look better. I just kind of control them in a way. So that is after I've gone in with a soft brown. Now I'm going to go with a dark brown. This is kind of like a little bit more like perfecting. And I really want to make it darker where there is no hair, so it looks like not like kind of, I don't know, like you've drawn it in, I guess. So make it look a little bit more natural and like there's actually hair there. So I'm just going to like kind of draw just at the base really, and then really where there's no hair, just kind of digging that a little bit darker. And then maybe flicking it up just a little bit, kind of like sparingly, not like the whole area, not to make it like too dark. And then definitely the tail, because there's not hair there, so I do want to make that darker. So that's pretty much it. So I filled in both with the darker, and then all I do is I just kind of run my comb through it just to kind of like even it all out. And you cannot go outside the lines because it'll bring the color out. So if I do, I just kind of like rub my finger on there and try to get it off. So just kind of stay in there, just kind of comb it through. So now that eyebrows are done, I am going to go and show you how I do my eye look. First product that I use is the Tarte Clean Slate 360 Degree Creaseless. I have to use this. It's a 12-hour eye primer, and I have to use this, otherwise my eyeshadow will crease. I don't know if it's just the way my eyes are or if it's because I have oily skin. So that's all you need. And then I use a flat, just like paddle brush type thing for your eye. and I have no idea where this brush came from, but any flat, round, oval brush will do. So I'm just going to dab it in there and then press it all over both of my eyelids to get them primed, and it also kind of cancels out any color. And I just kind of pat it around. So now that I have my eye primer on, I'm going to use my Sigma E40. It's just a big, nice, fluffy brush to get just reckless abandon, just put it all over. And I always love using Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. This is just a great start off color. It just makes blending all your other eyeshadow colors so much easier, and it goes with a lot too, so it's just always a good idea. So I love just getting it all in my crease. So I have Peach Smoothie just kind of all over my eyelids, especially up in my crease. It's just a really nice transition color. Then I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush. I swear I could use this brush for a whole eye look, and I have done so many times. Definitely one of my favorite brushes. It's kind of fluffy, but it comes like an oval, and it's tapered, and you can use it for all over. You can use it to kind of get in your crease a little bit like diffused out, not like super precise, but you can definitely do whole eye looks with this. I really do love it. But it is the MAC 217. Alright, so I'm going to use another Makeup Geek eyeshadow. The reason why I'm using these is that they're fabulous, and you usually can get them. I don't want to like tell you to go somewhere that they're like sold out, you know? Like that, I hate that when people say that. They're like, oh, I'm using this palette that's no longer available. So I want to make sure to use colors today that you can still get. So now I'm going to go in with Frappe from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to put it all over as well. But this time I want to be a little bit more precise because it is a tiny bit of a darker color. It's just like a light warm brown. So really just nice transition color as well. But I do want to start adding a little bit more depth to my eye look. So I'm going to start off on my lid and just kind of pack it on. Up here in my crease, not be as quite liberal with it as I was Peach Smoothie, just to kind of get it more on the eyelid and a little bit on the crease. And then what is ever left over on my brush, then I'll just kind of go up in my crease a little bit more just to kind of blend it all out. Next color I'm going to go in with is Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the color Mocha. So this is the color Mocha. It's just a nice rich brown color that will just help me soften, or not soften, darken up my look. So I'm going to use my same MAC 217 brush. I'm telling you, this one's a good one. So I'm just going to use even the same side because you can kind of tell like I've used one side more. I'm just going to use that same side just so it's nice and blended, and I'm going to just kind of pack it on to my eyelid. This time I'm going to kind of press it instead of like just rubbing it, so that way it's a little bit more packed on. So now that I've darkened up them a bit, I have a really great brown, just pretty base. So after that, I'm going to add a little bit more of the sparkle factor to it. So I'm going to use a, what am I going to use, Leah? What are you going to use? So next I'm going to use a Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow, and this one is called Flamethrower. So this is Flamethrower. It's really pretty, kind of coppery color, and I'm going to use this for my inner corners. Why I like to use this is because I can use my brush with it, and I'm going to use a Colourpop color that I cannot use my brush with because it doesn't turn up as great. So I'm just going to use my same flat paddle brush and get into the inner corner of my eye, just where I cannot reach with my big long nails. That way this brush just gives me a little bit more precision than my finger. See that? Isn't that color so pretty? So it is good and on there, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So next I'm going to go in with a Colourpop eyeshadow color, and it is called Sequin. So that is Sequin. It's really pretty, kind of golden, bronzy, copperish color. It's a little less coppery than the Makeup Forever, or I'm sorry, the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow that I just used, but I think it's kind of cool that there's a difference between the two, so it gives my eye just a little bit more dimension. So what I'm going to do with this, because Colourpop eyeshadows work this way, they're just a very different kind of eyeshadow. They work really great when you put them on your finger. So I'm just going to rub it really good on my middle finger. You guys are so dirty. I'm going to press it on the rest of my eyelid. So I'm just going to press it all over the rest of my eyelid. Pretty much just getting on my eyelid, not in my crease or anything like that. Okay, so that's what it looks like. All over, all over. Then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I have sequin all over my lid, well, all over the rest of my lid. And I think I kind of want to darken up my crease a little bit more. So I'm going to go back in with the main man, MAC 217. And I'm just going to use that mocha color that I used, and I'm just going to darken it up just a tiny bit more because I can never leave well enough alone. So that's what we're going to do. So just kind of really lightly is kind of blend it out a little bit. Now for just blending out the rest of my eyelid. So I'm going to go in with the color Chickadee by Makeup Geek here, and I'm going to add a little bit of orange because Kylie Jenner says it makes your eyes pop when you have a little orange in your crease. So not that I do everything Kylie Jenner says, but we're going to give it a go. I'm just going to put some on my brush here and just put it in my crease. Somehow it just like warms up your eye and just makes your whole look, I don't know, pop, like she said. Okay, she's right. So I'm just going to kind of put it up here in my crease just to warm up the look even more. So yeah, so looking at this color, it might be like, ah, it's really orange. But if you just use it to kind of blend out what you already have going on, it really does just like complement everything when you're doing like a warm look like this. So that's it for my eyeshadow. I am not going to go down below or do anything too crazy because I want it to pop but not like weigh me down at all and be like too fussy, you know? So now all I'm going to do is do my eyeliner and lashes, and that's it. I love the Inglot eyeliner gel, and it's number 77, and you can get this on Amazon, which I love my Prime. I use my MAC 266 angled liner brush, and I'm going to do my liner real quick, and I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So now that I have some winged eyeliner going on, I'm going to add some lashes, and then I'm going to be done with this look. I love my red cherry lashes. I just buy these on Amazon. These are number 43, and they are dramatic without being like too like caterpillar looking. So I really do like these for kind of just my go-tos. And I'm going to put these on, show you what it looks like, and that'll be it for this look. So this is the finished look. Hopefully my glue on my eyelashes is dry. So hopefully it's all dry. But this is the finished eye look. I think it's really fun and flattering, and it's just, I go to it a lot. If we're going to have like a date night or a night out or something and I don't have really time to like really try to think about what I'm going to do, I know this will work. So it's really just great and just warm and yeah, just really pretty. So this is definitely a go-to of mine. The last thing I'll do is I'll go in with my Kat Von D Shade to Light contouring palette, and I will just kind of make sure that everything is nice and clean, that there's no like little fallout. Usually with these eyeshadows it's not really a problem, but I'll just kind of go in and make sure it's all nice and clean and good to go. So yeah, so this is the look. So I hope you guys really learned from this tutorial. I wanted it to be just easy peasy, like no like hassle, no kind of crazy tricks or anything. I didn't show you how I put my eyelashes or eyeliner on just because I'm like not a super big expert, so I don't want to be like, this is how you do it and this is how you all should do it. So that's why I kind of just went off camera and did those things. So yeah, but hopefully everything was really helpful, and I am so excited just to get this posted. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and just yeah, leave your comments below. I will be happy to answer whatever questions you have. Give me thumbs up and subscribe. That means so much to me, you guys. So I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Good information. Information. Ugh, such a weirdo. Get it. That's just how I roll, you know? Amazon Prime, baby! It's not too crazy and I don't have to like worry if it's gonna turn out. How annoying are these like hairs down here? Ugh, so annoying.